Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Chill Talks podcast where conversations happen. So, I am your host, PJ, and kamusta? How were you this past few weeks? I was able to record another episode and talk with you again. Been busy with school, end of semester, and sa wakas natapos na rin yung mga kailangan tapusin, and eventually I might be able to focus more on making new episodes sa mga susunod na linggo as well as conducting interviews. I actually have one line up for this week. So, abangan nyo yun. And ngayon, for sure you have read the title of the episode, that's why you're here. It occurred to me na every time na tayo ay nagagawan ng mali ng iba, every time na may kasalanan na nagagawa sa atin ang mga malalapit sa atin or kahit yung mga taong hindi malalapit sa atin, ang number one na statements ng karamihan is that you forgive and forget, or you forgive but you remember, or may iba pang sinasabi yung karamihan na you forgive but you don't forget. So it's easy for us to adapt that kind of mantra, especially if people have done wrong things towards us. If people hurt us, people disappointed us, we forgive them and move on. So usually, parang I won't dive into the deeper meaning of forgiveness because I think most of us know when we forgive someone, we don't take things personally with them anymore. We tend to understand their side and we don't hold any grudges against people that we have forgiven despite of what they did. It's for your own peace as well as for your own mental health as well. So mostly yun ang alam natin when it comes to forgiveness. Usually we don't set conditions when forgiving someone. But at the same time, na-realize ko na if you apply the concept of forgive and forget in forgiving others, how is it possible that we are also applying that towards ourselves? Because we have to remember that we are in a generation wherein most of us are super critical towards ourselves. We are in a time where we have to prioritize self-help, or we have to prioritize our mental care. We are in a generation or trends wherein it is allowed or it is advisable for us to be vulnerable to our feelings. So part of that shadows or encompasses the concept of forgiving oneself. Na maybe we have our own frustrations in life, we have our own regrets in life na baka hindi natin napapatawad yung sarili natin because we tend to forgive and forget or forgive and move on. Na maybe this kind of mindset is kind of hurting us when it comes to accepting who we are, because how we forgive others sometimes reflects on how we forgive ourselves. Parang I'll give an example. Na there were times that when a person makes mistakes, more often than not, they regret it, right? Imposible naman. Or unless talagang malit ka sa buhay, pero sige, I digress. Let's say you make a mistake towards someone. You hurt a person's feelings. Most of the time, we feel regret, we feel remorse if we are told that we have offended or wronged someone. Most of the time, people tell us if we hurted them or not. But most of the time, we only feel sorry if it was called out upon us. Meaning, kapag sinabihan tayo ng ibang tao na nakasakit ka, saka lang tayo nagsusorry. But during the act, during the moment, we were not apologetic because we were quote-unquote parang we are not aware, we are insensitive, or maybe not insensitive. We are not familiar on how a person reacts to triggers. So that's why hence the kataga na less talk, less mistakes, because the less you talk, the less triggers you are setting off when dealing with people that you don't know and people that you do know. So yan. So we apologize for two reasons. One is that we have acknowledged na tayo ay nagkamali and we accept responsibility for it. Another aspect on why we apologize for others pag nakagawa tayo ng mali is that nahuli tayo. We apologize because we were caught. And there are people na ganyan ang nangyayaring mindset. And before I was a person with that kind of mindset as well. Na kapag I only apologize because may nag-call out sa akin or pag nahuli ka or kapag napagsabihan ka lang. And that was wrong on my end. And I have regretted that and I have changed. So, hence that example na if you regret something, more often than not, if you regret something, meaning that you feel sorry for it, and sometimes, as time goes by, if you just forget it, parang you don't have this kind of foundation na pwede mong balikan para maging mas maingat ka on your future actions. Kasi forgive and forget eh. Okay, I forgive myself, I move on. At deep inside, there's still this lingering effect na meron tayo. So, in this episode, para pag-uusapan natin ang how do we forgive ourselves? Ano ang mga pwede nating gawin on accepting who we are? And at the same time, how does forgiving oneself allows us to be more forgiving towards others? Because I believe that how you forgive yourself can also be reflected on how we forgive others for their mistakes. I digress. Maybe I'm wrong, but this is just from personal experience, from what I have read, from what I have read, and you can feel free to comment or contest it on the comment section. So yun lang naman. Okay, but just a few reminders or just a few warnings or just a few terminologies na kailangan natin pag-usapan. Self-forgiveness is very different from feeling sorry towards yourself. Self-forgiveness means that you have acknowledged, you have changed kung ano yung mga nagawa mo or kung ano yung mga nasira mo. That is being forgiving towards yourself. Feeling sorry about yourself shows na mas, you're highlighting your flaws. You are justifying your flaws. I'll give one of the best examples na nabibigay sa amin before na pasensya na ganito lang ako ha, pasensya na mahina ako sa ganito, ay pasensya na ito lang yung kaya kong gawin, ay sorry pasensya na hindi ako masyadong confident magsalita. We often use these reasons because we feel sorry, we feel self-pity towards ourselves na ay bakit ganito yung mundo sa akin, bakit ganito, you feel constricted with the situations that you are having. Thus, you feel sorry for yourself. But again, this is self-forgiveness. So this is a very different one. So if you open Google, you can search so many articles, so many researches pagdating sa self-forgiveness. And I have found simple framework sa pagre-research ko on ano nga ba ang 4 R's for self-forgiveness. So according to Very Well Mind, so you can search, link will be down below. So ang 4 R's daw ng self-forgiveness are responsibility, remorse, restoration, and renewal. Na kung saan, responsibility, I think from the common word itself is that you are responsible for your actions. Inaako mo na ikaw ay nagkamali. Which is, most of us are having difficulty doing this. Because if you're the one who made a mistake, taking responsibility for it means that you have to accept the certain consequences of your action. It doesn't just limit to yourself na okay, akong gumawa niyan, ako yung may mali niyan, okay, natama na, move on na. No, it doesn't work that way. Because in forgiving oneself, you have to take responsibility and accept the consequences of what you have done, no matter how bitter it is. I remember this friend that I had during my previous work before teaching na kung saan pumalya yung parang plano namin sa isang promotional event. And on his end, siya yung in charge kasi ng supply, and hindi niya nalakad yung supply to arrive on time kasi delayed yung pagpasa niya ng request, which could have been done a few days earlier. Pero sa kanya, he did it 2 days before the event. So parang kinulang talaga sa oras. So eventually, lahat na inis, lahat nagalit, even our boss scolded our team, and this guy stepped up and accept na siya yung nagkamali. Yes, pinagalitan siya, but we never heard any, we never heard any word from him that justified or parang nagrason pa siya. No, he screwed up and he accepted the consequences, and eventually we worked out something that fixed the event na nagkaroon kami. So looking back on that situation, if nag-deny siya, if he did not accept the responsibility for it and did not accept the consequences for it, or parang takot sa konsekwensya ng pagkakamali niya, mas baka lumala pa yung sitwasyon. And most people dumadaan or dadaan sa ganong sitwasyon na kung saan we are afraid to take responsibility because we are afraid of the consequences. Na let's say, alam mo nagkamali ka, pero hindi mo sinabi sa isang tao na gawan mo ng mali kasi takot kang magagalit siya. Ba talaga namang magagalit siya because that's a mistake you have done. So if you're afraid of those kinds of consequences, meaning you are not yet responsible or you cannot handle taking responsibility for a mistake that you have done, if that is how you treat or that is how your mindset works when it comes to other people, there is a high chance ganun ka din sa sarili mo, na kung saan you are always in denial on what is happening. Diyan papasok yung denial stage. So yun, that's the first one, and that is one of the crucial ones. So the next one is remorse. So remorse is pagsisisi. Again, balikan natin yung sinabi ko kanina. Iba ang pagsisisi na dahil alam mong may nagawa kang mali, at iba naman ang pagsisisi dahil ikaw ay nahulihan na gumagawa ng mali. And the latter one is very dangerous if ganun ang mentality ng isang tao. Na you apologize just because nahuli ka lang. What if hindi ka nahuli? So you would just continue doing it again and again and again. And at the same time, we despise people na kapag may nagawang mali, tas hindi sila nagpapakita ng remorse sa buhay nila. And at the same time, how do we apply this remorse towards ourselves? Na because I am a person who believes in balance. Pag nasobrahan ka naman sa remorse, maybe it will dive you into self-pity naman. Kapag ikaw naman ay nagkulang sa remorse, syempre, you will be apathetic towards your actions. So again, you're not taking responsibility. But in having remorse na, nagsisi ka because your action impacted a lot of people, or nagsisisi ka because your action was brought upon by ignorance, or you could have known better sa ganong pagkakataon, that is one of the good ways para magkaroon ng remorse. Nagsisisi ka talaga na ginawa mo siya. If hindi mo talaga alam, you don't justify it because hindi mo alam yung action na yun. There is this, alam na natin ito, ignorance of the law excuses no one. It's the same with forgiving oneself. If hindi mo alam na mali pala yung ginagawa mo, or hindi mo alam na yung nasabi mo ay nakasakit, once nalaman mo na yun, edi you can change. Hence, the next R dito sa self-forgiveness, which is restoration. Ibig sabihin, whatever you were remorseful about, or kung ano man yung consequences brought upon by your responsibility, you start building towards it. My parents did, tawag nito, kasi yun nga, personal story, very bulakbol ako during high school and college, na dami kong ginawang pagkakamali, na every time na nagkakamali ako, and kino-confront ako ng parents ko, ang number one kong defense mechanism is tumatahimik ako. Na nabubwisit sa akin yung magulang ko. And nung naramdaman ko yun sa akin, na halimbawa may gumawa nun sa akin, na tahimik lang, I remembered how frustrating it was for my parents na gano'n ang pag-handle sa akin. Kasi if you're being silent, ang sagot mo lang ay hindi ko alam. Ibig sabihin, hindi ka nagiging remorseful or hindi ka nag-take responsibility sa iyong actions. So when it comes to restoration, you built upon. Bumabawi ka sa mga nagawa mong pagkakamali. Kasi if you don't restore, syempre, you will still be in a pit of self-pity. You will still be in a pit of regrets. In restoration, meaning you are improving yourself, and at the same time comes to the fourth level of self-forgiveness, which is renewal. Which is you have changed because you took responsibility, accept the consequences, felt remorseful. But again, lagi kong sinasabi sa episodes ko, it's easier said than done because in all of these stages, we have to understand our emotions. We have to keep in touch with our emotions. Keeping in touch with emotions meaning you give rationality. Hindi lang na, okay, I feel angry, I feel sad about myself. I will just embrace that. It may be good at some times, but most of the time, it's not. You embrace your emotion, and you ask it, why do you feel that way? You be critical towards yourself. So parang lagi ko na siyang sinasabi. Naging advocacy ko na siya ata sa podcast na ito. Okay. At the same time, once you embrace your emotions, you rationalize it, and look for ways on how you can improve yourself. I think the best advice na binibigay, or I think there was a kid na nagkwento sa isang event na the best way to be happy is just kumakain lang daw siya ng matamis. Yun lang, kumain lang ng matamis. Kumain ng matamis, tapos makipagkita sa mga kaibigan, makipagkita sa mga magulang. Yun daw para sa kanya ang nagpapasaya sa kanya. So, given that simple purity of a kid, marirealize natin na anong connect nun dito sa forgiveness of self. Simple lang. No matter how remorseful you are, no matter how many consequences in life that you are accepting, the most important thing is you have to treat yourself with kindness and compassion. You treat yourself pa rin with respect and kindness. Now, you're still gentle on yourself. Because if you're too hard on yourself when it comes to forgiving what you have done before, you may be lalabas doon na nagiging focus ka na sa sarili mo and you are excluding other people. Because in treating yourself kindly, you also practice it with other people. Because self-forgiveness is also practicing kindness towards others. The more forgiving you are about yourself, the kinder you are towards others, the more compassionate you are towards others. Because you know that pain, you know that remorse, you know how it feels to screw up. You know how it feels na ikaw ay husgahan dahil sa pagkakamali mo. So therefore, you treat yourself gently, or you treat yourself with compassion pa rin, just like how you would show to other people. Because hindi natin na-realize is that we treat other people harshly when they make mistakes. We treat people with contempt when they make mistakes. So what if you make that mistake? How will you treat yourself? Once ikaw ang gumawa ng ganong pagkakamali, will you be as harsh as you were towards others? Towards yourself? Or are you going to be more gentler in treating yourself? I know this may be getting complicated at times, pag-discuss nito. Pero, syempre, it allows us to be more open with others. If you show kindness and compassion towards others, the more forgiving you are towards yourself. And at the same time, balik naman tayo dun sa part of handling or part of accepting remorse. If talagang nagsisisi ka on what you did, you express and verbalize it. You don't just act blindly, especially sa mga taong nagawan mo ng masama. If you want to forgive yourself, you need to allow yourself to express remorse on your mistakes. How do you do that? Simple lang. If you made a mistake towards someone, you apologize. I think that's the very first one that we do. Dapat lang we apologize, and after that, no matter kung ano ang maging respond ng taong nagawan mo ng mali. Let's say nagawan mo ng mali, tas galit pa sila. On your end, you apologize. Tas kung galit pa sila, you have no right na mas magalit sa kanila. Yun, alam ko yun, ito na nga, nagsusorry na nga ako. We don't answer it like that. Mas lalala pa siya. How people respond to your apology, it's up to them. The important thing is, you have expressed remorse and will continue to do so. Okay? So yan. That will fall na rin doon sa remorse, and syempre papasok na rin yung you make amends with yourself na okay, ito yung nagawa kong mali, ano yung kailangan kong gagawin sa susunod, and paano ko i-check yung sarili ko na kapag nagawa ko na naman ito, ano yung pwede kong gawin. We seldom do this. I don't know why we seldom do this. Maybe ako lang siguro ito, sorry. Nandadami pa pala ako. So, you make amends for yourself na yung sinasabi mo sa sarili mo na I will be better. I think there's this quote from God of War na nagustuhan ko na don't be sorry, be better. Kasi being sorry is already there. Na being sorry is you acknowledging your mistakes. So you just go to the next step of that, which is you be better. Meaning you have to take responsibility of what you have done and make yourself better. So, yeah. I'm being paulit-ulit na lang ako. And at the same time naman, syempre, kaya nga hindi ako agree sa forgive and forget when it comes to forgiving others, and especially in forgiving ourselves, because if we forget things, we forget the experience na handle natin. We forget, what do you call this? We forget the people, we forget the events that happen na nakasakit sa atin. And at the same time, if we apply it to ourselves, makakalimutan natin, wala na tayong foundation ulit. So, we incorporate the experience as we grow naman. And again, like I said, we try to do better. But again, disclaimer din naman sa episodes na ito, syempre, this is still a different form of self-forgiveness na pinag-uusapan natin sa episode na ito revolves around kapag ikaw yung nakagawa ng mali. So parang the limitation of this is that hindi pinag-uusapan ng episode na ito yung mga tao na feel sorry because of trauma na sila yung nagawa ng mali. That is a very different spectrum to what I am discussing with you right now. Okay? So yun. Parang to close this episode out, there's a benefit on how you forgive yourself, because how you forgive your actions will sometimes reflect on how you forgive others when they commit the same action, or maybe even if they don't commit the same mistake that you did, but how you forgive yourself can also apply to them. Na you make them take responsibility, you let them express remorse. At the same time, you are being fair kapag sila ay nagpapakita naman ng pagbabago. And at the same time, we encourage them to change. That's why there is this beautiful experience na beautiful saying na sinabi din sa amin sinabi ni Papa ko. Not just sa amin sa pamilya but with other people as well. Na kapag ikaw ay ginawa ng mali, hindi pa sila nagsosorry, ay pinapatawad mo na sila. Meaning, you don't let it bother you. But at the same time, you don't let it bother you, but at the same time, you take the experience so that if it happens again, you know what to look for. How can we apply that in ourselves? Pag ikaw ay nagkamali, acknowledge it, then change. Again, it's easier said than done, but sometimes the simplest things in life often leads to what will make us the happiest. So why complicate it? So learn to forgive yourself. You made the mistake. You screwed up. So the next question is that, what will you do to fix that? Are you just going to wallow in self-pity? Or are you going to do something about it? Parang I want this episode to end it on this kind of level because there is a part 2 of this, because this will be parang a personal personal sharing on how to grow as a person, especially kapag you are the one who is constantly making the mistakes in life. Parang yun yung hugot ko ng episode na ito. And hopefully, don't beat yourself too much if you're the one who make mistakes. Just keep moving forward, and at the same time, you rebuild what you broke, you fix what you shattered. It may not be the same, but you change because you want to be better, not because you want to please others. And I think that was one of the best reflections na na-realize ko when it comes to forgiving oneself. Because I made a lot of mistakes in my past and I was so heavily invested doon sa mga pagkakamali ko. To the point na proud ako doon, but it was a really bad mindset. Na naging harsh ako, naging super critical ako on how I act, on how I behave, that it ruined any opportunity for me to relate and be with other people then. So parang those are also limitations. Kapag nasobrahan ka naman sa pag-forgive or pag nasobrahan ka naman sa pagtitingin mo sa sarili mo, you tend to dismiss others then, which is not good. You tend to ghost others, which is not good as well. So yun, the more we care about others, the more we show forgiveness towards others, reflects on how strongly we forgive ourselves. So don't be cruel towards yourself, so that we can avoid being cruel to other people. Because there's this reality na kapag how cruel you are to other people means that you are either you are cruel to yourself, or you are dismissive towards yourself, meaning wala ka nagagawang mali if you are too harsh with other people. So there's more to this. There's more to come na pag-uusapan natin dito. And this is just a stepping stone to that. So hopefully you enjoyed this episode. This is your host, PJ, and if you have any questions, comments, feedbacks, or stories that you want to share regarding this topic, feel free to drop it down on the comment section. So that's all for this episode, and I will see you all on the next one. Take care, be safe, and God bless.